Hello, hello. It is I, Extra Holiday. And are you ready for a surprise? Ta-da! I changed the layout. Yeah, so this is more or less what my streams will look like from now on. It's got chat up there, got the game over there, and down there we have that space that I'll figure out what to do with later. Also, I meant to change the background for this before this stream, but it's fine. We'll handle it. For now, it'll stay the same. However, we're not here to ogle at my magnificent work. I really just added some white lines and resized things. We're here to play HoloCure. No. So, let's get to that, huh? We are on to playing Stage 5 with HoloID. Starting with Muna. I need to refresh myself. I'm pretty sure Muna was pretty much just on hit in special cooldown, I think. I think that was the build. But let me remind myself. Hey Muna. Hey Muna. Let's see. Every 5 hits creates a full moon. Yep. Moon goddess form. Yes. Lunar rabbit. Oh, right. Skill damage. We want skill damage too. Yeah, in fact, we probably want that more than on hit. If taking damage, does she know that? Okay, so we want damage mitigation too. So skill damage, damage mitigation, and on hit. So I'm gonna focus because I feel like on hit kind of scales worst out of all those things. I'm gonna focus. Actually, first let's do a test first. I think, yeah, we do have body pillow enabled right now. I need to test something real quick. We're gonna not use any food. Okay. I need to get myself a body pillow because I want to check if body pillow, taking damage to body pillow counts for swapping to our more defensive stance. So, yeah. Okay. Roll. Headphones, I'm pretty sure doesn't, because you don't actually take damage when headphones procs. Come on, there it is. Okay. Okay, yeah. Damage to body pillow still counts, so we're not running body pillow. It's probably just headphones in that case. And let's double check to make sure headphones works. It doesn't, actually. Headphones proc there, and we still swapped. Okay, right. Hold. Okay, didn't proc there. Okay, I'm waiting for another headphone proc. Haven't quite gotten it yet. Let's increase our chances. No. We're getting unlucky with the headphones right now. No. No headphone proc. No. This is taking longer than I would hope. Reroll for headphones, please. There it is. No. Come on. Oh wow, that killed all of them. Nice. Give me a headphone proc, please. No. Keep increasing the chances, but it still ain't doing enough, I guess. There it is. Okay, and yeah, it still swapped our mode. So headphones doesn't work either, actually. There's our special, just for funsies. Oh wait, I should check dash as well. So if no, I didn't dash through the enemies like I was hoping I would. Hold. I feel like headphones should work on Muna, but you know what? It's fine. Okay, so the dash does work, but the headphones don't. So I guess it's actually... No, because if it was on attack, or on being attacked, it would still proc on the dash. I don't know, actually. So I don't think there are actually any damage mitigation items for us to build here. So, I mean, normally we've got them all selected right now. It'd be like headphones and body pillow and like breastplate. I don't think any of those are gonna work for Muna, actually. In reality, it's just skill damage, special cooldown, and on hit. Yeah, I think that's it. And of course, our best on hits are these. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we do need one more. I don't think there's a better super collab for us than Hololive. I mean, Holy Fire is generally good, but I honestly think it does too much damage. Because if Holy Fire is defeating a lot of enemies, then our Lunar Rabbit isn't. So in this case, I think we just go with another on-hit item. Which I guess has to be, well, it doesn't have to be, but would be Corporation Pin in this case. Okay. That's fine. Alright. And yes, we have melee bias because we have the... We wanna kill people with the rabbit, which is... So we want to limit our range, basically. Alright, we need this. Which means it's basically just we can eliminate that. So we've got, we'll need this because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. And we do have defensiveness in our kit, but we don't really have any healing, so I will actually enable Eldritch Horror. Yeah, get rid of that. There we go. Cool. That is what we want. Alright. Muna. Okay. Go with this fit. Go into stage 5. Okay. So let me actually remind myself real quick. So Corporation Pin is 4% per 40% pickup radius, right? 4% attack size. So if we go Pokeball, or I assume it's Pokeball and not Pokeball, that would be 4% attack size. However, if we go Lobster Dinner, that's 15% haste, which also helps with our on hits. Or if we go pufferfish, we get 20% pickup range, which could theoretically be 2% attack size and 10% haste. Another option is spicy seafood udon, but we really just don't want to be taking damage ever. So I'm going to say no to that. I think pufferfish is actually best here, particularly because we don't have a lot of pickup range, because we don't have limiter. I think this is actually better. Good to know that the dash does actually get us through without us losing our attack buff. That is nice. What is our capstone here? Probably corporation pin, right? Probably corporation pin. So GWS pill. We're actually going to have a decent amount of crit on this build. Moon, please. Moon, please. We are Moona, so we take the moon. GWS pill. If it seems like I'm in a particularly good mood, I am. I had a job interview today for a job that I would actually really like to have. So, even aside from the fact that it's been a little tight lately. So, yeah. It's neat. Okay. Tiara. Yes, we want Tiara next. Oh. HoloLive is pretty fun to have with Muna, because then that means this powered up form gets even more powered up. Oh no, I took a hit. Dang it. I lost my attack buff. So sad. Alright. Alrighty, folks. Yep. Ah. I don't know how I didn't dodge there, but that is a thing that happened. Me not dodging. So far, so good. We're pretty well along in our item build. I mean, we don't have our actual on-hit yet, but having 2 of our 4 on-hit items is nice. Candy Kingdom. Moon. Moon. Do. See, now it's real big. Our slash. We don't even have our attack size items. Beetle, we definitely want that one. Because skill damage gets a special gauge. And we do love our special gauge. Bomb stamp, sure. Oh, step away from that. Reverse stamp, sure. We'll go upside down. Crescent Moon Awakened, there we go. There's our on hit. Excuse, sir. I need the stamp that you are holding. Please, thank you. Weaken, that's fine. Final stamp build. just to remind myself. I do kind of want this curse. Yeah, I'll take it. Final stamp build will be haste and size, as per usual. But as for the last one, it might actually be weaken. Just because that will make it so we can hit them harder with the Lunar Rabbit. I'm thinking that's what we'll be going for. Get the healer. Good. So many moons. It's been a long time, I guess. Har. Wait a minute, that's a different... that's a different person. Anywho, Beetle, thank you. Lots of skill damage. Lots of skill damage. Glow stick in this case. Nope. Not part of the build. We have enough crit, thank you. I mean, we have 56.5 currently, which is plenty for this build. And we'll be getting more anyway. Hopefully, anyway. No guarantee at this point, but I hope more stamps drop. Otherwise, the tiara will feel like kind of a waste. Well, it really does have a lot of damage. Like, she's got the musical note flying out. Ooh, another Yago. Wow. Got the musical note flying out. She's got the on-hit effect of her main weapon. Beautiful. Okay. So here's the thing. Normally I would say no to energy drink. But 30% haste is quite a bit of haste. And it's probably better than the... What are we going to get? Like... Let's see... Probably better than the... That's 5 times 4, 20% attack size that we get from Corporation Pin. So, yeah. This is the one time where I'm like, it's not in the build technically, but it probably is better than what is in the build. So we're gonna do that. What a lovely time this game is. Just chilling, really. I'm just chilling, ultimately. Oh yeah, and when tallying up her damage, I forgot to mention her... She just has a straight-up attack buff when she hasn't been hit in a while. Get us back to full health. Might as well. We have a lot of haste now. We're also very fast because of the energy drink. Not that that really mattered, but... Dead. Okay, we still need Idle Song, though. probably a few more stamps. Also, you may have noticed the game is a little louder. I turned it up a bit because it felt like it was... I watched a VOD recently and it felt like it was quiet. Too quiet, even. I felt like I was practically yelling. Not like yelling to get over it, but like in comparison, it felt like I was yelling. You know? So. Hopefully it's a little more audible now. I don't actually typically watch my VODs. Partly because, as I have mentioned before, I don't really consider streaming my main focus. But also because... Oops. Get out of there. Also because, you know, I feel like a lot of the issues I might have would be solved by just having more people, you know. So I try to focus on that instead. Although arguably, watching your VODs will help you have more people around, you know, because it'll make for a better stream. Again, it's not my main focus. That's the primary reason. Not that I really have anything against streaming. It's just, you know, I decided a long time ago that YouTube is my main focus. So, yeah, we can finish off Tiara. And then I guess we'll go with more Curse, since we haven't gotten our idle song yet. Now, there's Mr. Damage Reduction. There goes Mr. Damage Reduction. Okay. Boom, boom. Ow. Rude. Shooting me with projectiles. So rude. I love how when you're playing Muna and you're doing so much damage that the Lunar Rabbit has to constantly retarget. That's fun to watch. It's like, oh, the guy I was going after just died. So, excuse me while I retarget, and then that guy dies, and it's like, oh, gotta retarget, and it's amusing. Oops. Ran into that one when I didn't mean to. Can y'all stop shooting projectiles at me? That would be neat. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I just realized I probably... a setting I could have changed on the chat. It's fine. Okay, we are going to roll for either Enchanted Cooking or Enchanted Song. There's Cooking. We'll take it. We'll take the Cooking. I guess we might be getting Eldritch Horror first. Oh, I know. I don't really want either of these right now. I mean, I can take the water, but I don't want it. Let's max out Curse. What we really want is Idle Song. That's what we're really looking for. Get out of the way. I would like to get to... No. Getting hit. Not helping me with my damage. You know. It's fine. Okay. Cooking, yes. Cooking, I suppose. Cooking, I suppose. Oh dear. Okay, alright. Get him all, Muna, with that big old slash. Also, I think, just based on what I've been seeing in this run, oh god, he's playing Muna, indeed. Fun character, Muna. Pretty good, I'd say. Yeah. Can't catch me, nerds. Mostly because I have a crap ton of speed now. I mean, probably still wouldn't be able to catch me even if I didn't have super energy drink, but yeah, this has actually been a really lucky run. What with the super energy drink plus, oh, there's Idle Song. Super energy drink plus 2 Yagos. You know, a gold and a silver Yago. I think that's the max that can spawn, but you're a Hololive fan? I am, yes. I mean, I'm a fan of many VTubers, but Hololive has HoloCure, which is very nice. It's a very fun game, even aside from being being based in Hololive, which again I already enjoy. So, yeah, okay, all right. I feel like I might as well finish Eldritch Horror at this point. Actually, there's a small chance you can get 4 Yagos. Really? I did not know that. That is interesting. I don't know that I ever have. If I have, I haven't noticed. I have played quite a bit of this game, just so you know. I have over like 350 hours in it. Because turns out this game is kind of like exactly the type of game that I like. I hadn't really played a game in this genre until this one. I never played like Vampire Survivors or anything. But it turns out, like, I mean, I've said in previous streams that I'm definitely the type of player that likes to experiment with different builds and stuff, and you get a lot of that in this game, actually. And also, you know, as mentioned, I'm a Hololive fan, so she called. Do you remember the incident with Muna's brother? So she calls him a brother, but he's her cousin. I think I heard something about it. To be honest, I actually haven't watched a ton of Muna. I've listened to her music, which I enjoy, but I haven't watched a ton of her. But I did hear something about her brother. And like, I know certain places, I don't know if Indonesia is one of these places, but certain places will call family members, they'll define family members differently from other places. Like, what do you call your mom's cousin? I don't remember. I honestly don't know that I know that in as far as America goes, or most of the West tends to be the same in that regard. But like that can be stuff like that. I know can vary between cultures. And yeah, that makes some sense. But also, you call your mom's sister an aunt, right? So if you're calling both of those an aunt, there's some ambiguity there when you call someone aunt. I don't necessarily want this level up right now, but I'll take it. Oh, I should have taken the Asakoko. It's fine, I'll take water. You can have multiple, though. That's true. Like, you can have multiple ants. In fact, I have multiple aunts on my mom's side, at least. Like, nothing saying you can't have multiple of really any family member. Like, you can have. But if someone's, like, curious as to exactly how someone's related to you, then calling them aunt when calling both your mom's sister and your mom's cousin aunt, you know, it could be interpreted either way then. Which I'm not saying is wrong, right? I'm just saying there's room for clarification there. Not like it really matters in most situations, but very common thing a few generations back. Yeah. Oh, I did miss a message earlier. So she's apparently familiar with his specific YouTube account. One day he sent a massive super chat to her. She took a picture of his super chat and said, "Hey, is this you?" And he ended up finding out she's Muna, and now he's all embarrassed. That's hilarious. I am very amused by that story. And I think I might have heard it before, but that is amusing to hear again, at least. But yeah, when you find out Yoshi is related to you, awkward. As far as I know, I don't have any... Actually, I don't even think I have any relatives that make stuff online, let alone anyone who's a VTuber, let alone anyone in Hololive. No, so she went from her to Rainy. That's funny. Yeah, I imagine learning that could change your opinion on that subject. I'm gonna leave that there for now. Yeah, like, really no one else in my family does a whole lot of creative stuff, except for my uncle. My uncle is in a band. And they play, well, I mean, they're kind of on a break right now, but for a while they were playing pretty regularly at, like, actual venues, which is cool. But yeah, most of my family doesn't really stick to creative pursuits. Uncle in a band. Yeah! It's a metal band, which is cool because I like metal. I actually like most types of music, so it's not really saying much, but yeah, he's a real good guitarist. I enjoy his music. We finally got one of those stamps that we wanted. Good. Who is my Oshi? My Hololive Oshi is Ina. It's... Honestly, lately it's been kind of a close race between her and Gigi. But overall I would say Ina, just because I love the silly, goofy, and laid-back atmosphere that her streams are. There are very few people who I can just kind of turn on a random VOD of theirs and just smile the whole time. And Ina really does that for me. Now, if I want to laugh the whole time, that's when I put Gigi on, because holy crap, is she freaking hilarious. Yoshi is the first member of Hololive. Would that be... I'm testing my knowledge here. I'm pretty sure that's Sora? Or are we referring to Yago? Because, as we all know, Yago is best girl. Actually, probably should have saved that last stamp. Oh well. I mean, I feel like, I don't know, this could be wrong, but to me, in my head, the question of who was the first member of Hololive is a lot like the question of who's the first Pokemon. Because there are multiple answers to that question. Achan wasn't a talent, and Yago is the parent company CEO. Sora, okay. That's kind of what I was figuring you were saying, but I wasn't 100% sure. Sora's another one that I actually haven't watched a lot of. Admittedly, I wasn't too into Hololive until EN came around. In fact, I don't even think I really knew what VTubers were until Holo EN was a thing. Mostly because my first exposure to VTubers was Kizuna Ai. And because, you know, she claimed to be an AI, I'm like, wait. And this was, right, prior to Kizuna Ai, I had never really seen anything like it. Like a person using a model that's animated via computer program in real time. I'd never seen anything like that before, so I'm like, is this actually like an AI that's with like a 3D model that's animated and stuff? And yeah, I don't think I ever really got the answer to that question until after Holo EN was a thing. It's like, oh, okay, these are actually actual people, and they are portraying a character. Let's share a room with the CEOs of Arizona Tea and Little Caesars. Oh yeah, are we talking about... Well, I mean, I don't know about Little Caesars or Arizona, but... I'm guessing we're referring to the fact that Yago is pretty well liked as a CEO. I don't know. I'm not sure what metric we're comparing by here, but I assume it's favorable, because I haven't really heard much but good things about Yago, really. I recently saw a clip, I think it was, I don't remember who it was, one of the Hololive talents talking about it. I believe it was a JP talent. I saw a clip where they were like, yeah, Yago actually wants to start having like one-on-one talks with the talents now, and that's cool. They're like the greatest CEOs. Okay, that's what I thought. In Costco, yeah. Okay, that's kind of what I thought you meant. I was figuring it was a favorable comparison. Yeah, I was watching this clip and this talent was like, oh yeah, so Yago's been talking about like having individual meetings with individual talents just to, you know, talk to them and hear what they have to say. And it's like, that's cool. Like, that is a cool thing for a CEO to do, for a CEO of an entertainment agency, to be like, yeah, I want to talk to the talents specifically so that, you know, I can get a feel for what they want, what they need, and what they're dealing with. Arizona Tea CEO refuses to allow people to raise the price of Arizona Tea to over 99 cents. I did hear that, actually. I have heard that, like, I don't drink Arizona, mostly because I'm not a huge fan of tea. But I did hear that, yeah, a can of Arizona Tea is 99 cents, and as far as he's concerned, I guess it'll be 99 cents forever. So I should probably just sell this stamp, huh? Which is cool. That's, I mean, chances are, even in today's market, it probably costs them less than 99 cents to make a can of Arizona, so they're still making a profit. So... And the fact that it's super low price means that, yeah, more people are going to want to buy it. CEO of Little Caesars has donated hundreds of millions of dollars to charity that benefit veterans. That's cool. That is also very cool. CEO of Costco literally threatened to kill the marketing manager if he raised the price of hot dogs. Wow. Violence. That is amusing. Hey, we beat the stage. Let's go to Hollow House real quick. And we'll use my Yoshi Ina, as we usually do. Feed some workers. Namely the ones that aren't already max level. Oh no, not salmon. I'm so low on salmon. And I should probably plant some more wheat, too. We're almost under 100. Literally threatened to kill him. Damn. That's pretty wild. Give me that soil. Oh, wheat. That's right. That's what we were buying. For the Arizona tea thing, you know the reason why he can profit while selling tea so cheap? I don't know, actually. Do tell me. I mean, I'm just positing that it's still relatively cheap to make, but unlike most companies, he actually owns the means of production for his product. Ah, I see. So he's not paying extra on top to actually have someone else produce it. I see. That makes sense. Who are we playing next? Not Mel. Risu, that's right. Okay. Risu is a very interesting character. Alright, but I already know what build I'm going. We are going Piggy Bank. And we're going full on hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll need this for our super collab. So that's 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay, we're good. Does Risu have melee bias? Yes. Okay, so we'll stick with what we have weapons-wise. Okay. Yeah, it is neat that there are at least some CEOs out there that seem to be decent people. So instead of outsourcing, it's all made extremely cheaply and he doesn't overcharge the hell out of it. Did you know the higher taxation actually exponentially affects the price of most things? I did not know that it was exponential, but I can't say that I'm too surprised. Do we want just haste or... Yeah, I think we want just haste. Well, no, we'll go pufferfish. Alright, Risu time. Time for nuts. I'm kind of sad to say I actually don't watch a lot of any of ID. Most I see is Ollie, and I see a lot of clips of her. And I think I have watched a VOD of hers once. Don't remember what it was, but I think I have. Okay, limiter is our capstone, so we can go with corporation pin this time. At this point. Yeah, the main thing I know about Holo ID is that they're pretty much all unhinged. They're all a little wacky, you know. So, yeah. Candy Kingdom, yes, please. Nope. Oop. There we go. Promise Tiara, beautiful. And now we have our 3 extra Risu. Is there like a reason that Risu in this game has doppelgangers? Is that a reference to something? I feel like it must be, but again, I don't watch a lot of Risu, so I don't know that sort of thing. Yeah. Ah. Okay. Get out of here. I will say, if I were playing a harder stage, I probably wouldn't be going Hololive as my super collab, because Risu is actually kind of squishy, and in harder stages you kind of need to build a little bit of durability, unless you're just super good, which I don't claim to be. It's exponential, and why Arizona T avoids this is because they own the means of production, because there's several layers of taxation. If you heard how many different taxes are placed on any individual products just to get it to the shelves, you realize why taxes don't just make the price go up in store, but also the price just to have the dang thing in the store. Right, okay. I get you, yeah. Because there could be taxes on, like, production, on, like, health testing or something. Stuff like that. I get it. I get you. Admittedly, I have not looked too much into taxes and how they affect things. Business taxes, in particular. Production, shipping, business, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know that I really plan on owning a business at any point in the near future, but if I do, you know, if I somehow find myself in that position, that'll be good to remember. Particularly a business that, you know, has some sort of product rather than a service that they're selling. I honestly can't even think of anything that I would want to sell. I mean, ultimately my goal is to just make a living off of stuff like streaming and YouTube, but, you know, it's... yeah, I don't know, part of that can be selling merch and stuff, so, you know, it makes some sense. It's good information because it really helps you realize how bad taxes are for the economy. Huh. Let's max out corporation pin. There we go. Not that it's doing us a ton at the moment, but it will help. And my nuts just got bigger, so... Speaking of, I mean, it's not an exponential thing. Well, kind of. Actually, it is kind of exponential scaling in the same way that taxes on businesses are. All right. Piggy bank. The nice thing is, the other Risus also pick up experience, so we don't have to rely on getting those rainbow XP to get experience. But for Risu duplicates, I think that's supposed to be a reference to how VTubers sometimes clone themselves on stream. I can probably imagine Risu was one of the first to do that. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I'm not sure, not 100% sure that that would be it, but I could see how that might be the reference. I think most recently, the most recent example I saw of that was Cecilia doing that. Cece. I think she did that on a stream recently, and she did the whole joke of like, oh, who's the doppelganger? And, yeah. Especially with her level trolling, it falls in line with her personality. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. That is one of the things that I have gathered about Risu, is that she is a bit of a troll. Ah. Well, at least with Risu, unlike with Muna, I don't lose damage for getting hit. So it's just, you know, I don't have a ton of defensive tools like Muna has at least one. CC did it interesting, yeah. And also, yeah, a bit is apparently an understatement, I guess. You know, it's just, again, haven't watched a lot of her, so. Lisa stole Muna's piggy bank. Ah, yeah, that was I did see at least somewhat of a nod to that, and in fact, that makes a whole lot of sense why probably the best item on Risu is the stolen piggy bank. But yeah, if you're playing Muna in this game and the piggy bank shows up, it's not stolen piggy bank, it's retrieved piggy bank. And I'm like, I guess it was hers. That's how I learned that it was Muna's piggy bank that got stolen, was that little Easter egg in this game. It's funny. Also, I hope Risu gave it back. Would be the kind thing to do. Muna is your Hollow ID, Oshi? Nice! Yeah, I mean, for me, it would have, it's hard for me to, actually, I was gonna say it's hard for me to say anyone other than Ollie, but if you've heard Kobo sing, it's, oh my god. Kobo is a great singer, and is also hilarious on stream, so, you know, there was a point where I thought Kobo was actually a child. Specifically because one of the first things I saw of Kobo was the clip of Callie telling her that she was adopted. And like the way she cried there was so authentic. Wait, she's not a child? No, surprisingly. Kobo is not a child. It has been confirmed that Holo does not hire anyone under 18, so also that kind of kills Marin's cover of being 17. Yeah, I get the meme. But yeah, Kobo's great. I think it does actually, like, here's the thing. I've said it before and I'll say it 1,000 times until it's not true. There isn't anyone in Hololive that I don't like. So, I mean, Ollie is another one of my favorites in ID, but like everyone in Hololive, I think I've seen a clip of pretty much every single member that I've been like, that's great, I like that. There are a few exceptions, like, I think I've maybe seen like one clip of Choco Sensei, and I'm sure she's great, but like, I just haven't seen any of her. So it's hard for me to be like, oh yeah, I love Choco Sensei, because it's just, I don't have enough info. I don't have any reason to like her. I don't really have a whole lot of reason to dislike her, so. I mean, arguably there are some former Hololive talents that I might have some complaints about. But I'd rather not get into those. Just because, you know, I try not to be negative, you know? There's enough negativity in the world, I feel. I don't need to be spreading it anymore. Rusha, yeah. that was the one, yes. Yeah, all I will say on her regard is I think she just needs help. More than anything, I think that is the issue. And I generally try not to hold that against people. So, No, still not what I want. Water is also not what I want. I think I do still have Curse in the pool, so I guess I'll take Spider Cooking for now. Me, despite everything she's done, I still believe she's a good person with terrible stress management. Yeah, I think that is a pretty accurate assessment. I think. I mean, you don't have to be perfect to be a good person. Is something important that I think people forget. And yeah, some people just don't handle things the way that they should, and they might need help with that, and that's okay, so long as they are seeking that help. Which, I mean, I don't know whether in this particular case she is or not, but I'd like to believe that she is. I follow your sentiment. She should get help. Yeah. But I do believe Ruchan at heart is a good person. I am willing to believe that as well. Again, it's another case where I don't have a ton of information on the person behind the talent, or even the talent, or the character in general. Because, again, all that stuff kind of happened before I was really into VTubers at all. But, I mean, I do know what she went on to do after that, and I was somewhat familiar with that. Nowadays I follow VTuber news, so I am somewhat familiar with what she did after Holo, but it's a lot of mess. It's hard to know anything for sure, really. So I try to withhold judgment when I can. Please, not that. Okay, fine. I'm probably gonna have to take some unenchanted weapons this game. In her relationship with Mania, like the genuine not bit part, and the fact that Pecora still believes in her and still loves her, there's no way I can believe Rusha's a terrible person. Yeah, I mean, that does speak well to her character, that there are people who presumably knew her and still think that, she's a good person, and worth believing in. Yeah. I can do naught but wish her the best. Okay, we'll take Unenchanted Idol Song. Looks like we don't have a ton of choice at this point. I mean, they grew together for 3 to 4 years. Yeah. Yep. I am curious. I don't actually remember which generation Rushia was a part of, or if it was like a weird gamer situation where she just kind of got plopped in somewhere. But it is interesting to me that she's not in this game yet. Gen 3. Okay, so they actually didn't put her in this game specifically. Okay. Noelle Flair, Pecora Marine. Right. That was probably a safe move. That was probably the devs of this game playing it safe, I would guess. To be like, maybe we leave her out. Because, I mean, in this very same update, they put in Coco, who graduated. So, And Mel is in here, who was terminated, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. I don't think I want the cold stamp. Yeah, KU didn't add her because she was terminated. Okay. But that doesn't... Well, if I'm correct in my remembering that Mel was also terminated, I could be wrong there. I could be. Same story for Hitomi Chris. I don't know that I've heard of Chris, actually. That might be before my time. I know I watched a clip recently about Mono. It was Nene talking about how she still considers Gen 5 of HoloJP to be 5 people, with Mono in there. And I believe, if I remember correctly, that Mono was tied in with all the Rusha stuff. And that's probably why she left, I imagine. But yeah, it's interesting, I guess, to look at holo talents that are no longer there, and just kind of see what sort of impact they had on their fellow talents. You know, Tommy Chris was the 8th member of Gen 1, or 6th member. 6th member. I can read. 6th member of Gen 1. Lasted a few weeks before breach of contract forced to graduation. So Mono Alo graduated for other reasons. Oh, okay. I had assumed, because I know later personas, or different personas of those two characters, ran up against each other at one point. Yeah, I didn't know why, in particular, Mono was graduated, or I honestly didn't. I didn't know the story at all behind Mono. Yeah, it was, in fact, I don't even know that I didn't, prior to that clip, I don't even think I knew that Mono existed, so. But it's interesting. It's interesting for me to look back at, you know, stuff I missed in Hololive history. Yeah. Okay, okay. Water, please. Get shot with nuts, sir. I assume that Watamate is a sir. Mono Alo was terminated because she breached contract 2, a simple, honest mistake the cover took heavy criticism for. Ah, I see. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that could be why. They're more lax on their talents now. I mean, I assume they are. I don't think we've had anyone terminated since Mel? Again, I'm not 100% sure on whether Mel was terminated or not. We haven't had anyone recently. I mean, we've had a decent number of graduations, but those more or less seem to be parting on amicable terms, you know. I don't think Ame or Fauna or who else? Chloe. I don't think any of them had any ill feelings towards Hololive or Cover as a company. At least it didn't seem like it anyway. People found Allah's alt because she was using her alt to test out her VTuber model. She didn't private the test video. Yeah, that's a pretty easy mistake. I could see how people would be a little upset about getting terminated for that. Yep. Yeah, I mean, not to say there aren't VTubers who have gotten in trouble for less, but not talking specifically about Holo on that one. But yeah, I mean, I can almost see both sides on that. But like, particularly nowadays, I feel like there are a lot of Holo talents where their alts are pretty well known. So I don't know. That could be part of that, could be because of Mono and what happened with her. Yeah, well. Yeah, well. I mean, as far as I know, the talents nowadays are still pretty decent about not confirming or denying anything. At least not explicitly. Thinking of one particular clip. H-on left for, let's see. Last termination was Mel, okay. Because Gamma left by not renewing his contract, citing his temper could cause too much trouble. Ah, I see. Okay. Oh, you know who else? I totally forgot about Stars. But yeah, Vesper and Magni left somewhat recently. I think that was within the last year. Maybe not. HM left for family health reasons. Okay, that makes sense. Don't remember Ame, but she's still technically an affiliate, right? The understanding I had with Ame was basically like, she's not going to be streaming as Ame anymore, but she might come back for like HoloFest or something. Like special events, basically. Aqua left because she didn't want to view the direction Hololive is pushing favorably. Okay. And then Fauna and Chloe. Yeah, I think something that happens a lot with corporate VTubers is basically they get to a point where they're like, okay, I've done pretty much everything that the company can help me with, or that I needed company help for, right? Stuff like, you know, being in an idol concert and stuff. Like, that's a lot harder to do as an indie. And, you know, growing your fan base, having a company behind you to grow your fan base is very helpful as well. But once you've reached that point, then, you know, you start running into the red tape and you're being like, there's stuff it's very easy, I think, at that point to get to a point where you're like, okay, now the stuff I want to do, I can't really do because I am a corporate VTuber. And I think at that point, I think for a lot of cases, that's why they're like, okay, I want to move on and do other things, right? Because what you see a lot, my main reason for saying this is what you see a lot is a lot of the VTubers that do graduate from being corporate VTubers come back as indie. So, or with a new corporation. Cough, cough. Bishoujo. Cough, cough. And, I mean, Bishoujo is a lot more lax on things, typically. I mean, it's already been featured in an official project after her graduation. Yeah. Takes part in official projects. Already returned. Yeah. Somewhat recently, bro, that was almost 2 years ago. Oh, no. Well. in my defense, I admittedly don't pay a whole lot of attention to stars. The kind of the most I got of Holo Stars was I forget the name of the collab group, but when Vesper and Magni would collab with Crony and Callie, I watched a couple of those VODs, and that was really fun to watch. Yeah, I don't know. Be curious. Maybe I've seen it and just forgot, but I'm curious which thing Ame has returned for. Yeah, so because I genuinely don't know if I've seen it, and I would like to. This we want this. Yes. I was trying to remember if that was the collab I wanted with Book, and yes, it is. Okay. Limiter, please. Thank you. An amazing video earlier. Tell me. Mashup of Muna, Risu, Axel, Octavio, and Bettel singing I Want It That Way. Nice. That I do like those videos where they like take the karaoke VODs and have, you know, everyone who sang that song sing it together, you know, edit it together that way. That's fun. I do like that idea. No, Dagger is not what we wanted with Curse. We wanted Curse and Cooking. Although we're almost at 20 minutes, so it probably doesn't matter. Very good. I imagine so. There's a lot of talented editors out there on the YouTube. I assume you saw it on YouTube. I mean, it could have been like a Twitter post or something, or TikTok, or what have you, but... Also funny how they're like, oh yeah, TikTok is banned now in the US, and as an American, I could still both browse and post to TikTok. Because I do post on TikTok. Mostly just highlights for my YouTube episodes. But yeah, everyone made a big deal about like, oh god, TikTok's dead. Oh, you can't use TikTok in America anymore. And then nothing happened. Whoops, I should have upgraded instead. It's fine. Yeah. My stars Oshi singing alongside my live Oshi and my live number 2. Nice! Wait, where's the... Okay, so that means your stars Oshi is either Octavio or Bettel. As mentioned, I haven't seen a lot of stars myself, but my favorite is probably Regis. Because him and Kobo together are nice. TikTok was banned and unbanned over the course of 14 hours. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I remember... So... Just to dip a toe in politics. I remember when asked about that law, Joe Biden was like, yeah, I'm not going to enforce that law. And when asked about that law, Donald Trump was also like, yeah, I'm not going to enforce that law. So, yeah. I mean, not that the president should really have the power to not enforce the laws, but whatever. So yeah, TikTok is fine, is the gist of it. And I really... Yeah, nope, we're moving on from politics. We're not going to talk about it anymore. I need more salmon. Damn it. Well, let's feed the other two first. Alright. And then we'll fish up a few more salmon. Yeah. I never really browsed TikTok, so I wasn't really too upset. And like I don't feel like I have like a rabid following on TikTok anyway, so it wasn't a big deal to me either way. So remember, my Yoshi is Sora. What makes you assume my star's Oshi is Betel or Octavio? Well, I mean, I guess it could be a JP talent. You were talking earlier about the mashup with Octavio and Betel. Oh, but you said, but my favorite musical performance in Holo history. Oh. Okay, so that probably is JP then, I would guess. I did miss the one message, I apologize. Yeah, as little as I know about Stars EN, I know even less about Stars JP. So, Roberu, he's Stars, right? Sora, Azuki, and Rika. Not familiar with Rika at all. I mean, I know Sora and Azuki because, you know, partly because they're in Hololive and partly because they're in this game, but that reminds me, KU did say that he was going to add stars to this game eventually. I'm thinking that might be in the next update. Specifically because otherwise the other options would be either Justice and Advent, or Gens 5 and Holox, which I think is technically Gen 6 of JP. But Holox got their own game, so... Doop. Rika, despite not being the first member of Holostars JP, is basically the Sora of Holostars. I see. I see. Oh yeah, so actually you might be the want to know why? Sure. I'll hold my question till after you explain why Rika is the Sora of Stars. Wait. I'm sorry. For now, I'll just fish some salmon. I'm just gonna keep going till the chain breaks, which might be a while, actually. I mean, we have plenty of salmon right now, but... Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Dude has been in multiple paid concerts, an insanely talented vocalist, some of those paid concerts being alongside Azuki, the stream karaoke with Azuki and Matsuri, also showed up for and made an original song with Callie for her 3D birthday live. Nice! That is very cool. I can appreciate that. But also, my question for you, this is a question I had on an earlier stream. Sora, because she's your Roshi, I figure you might know this. Is there basically anything else to her original lore aside from being an idol? Because a lot of VTubers, myself included, aren't really defined by their jobs as much as they are like their physical being. The guitar he plays on stream was given to him by Yago. Nice. So I was like, right, an idol is an occupation, right? But like someone like say, Rauda, she's a panther, right? That's kind of her concept. I guess you have, like, Subaru, who's supposed to be a sports club manager, but, you know, everyone kind of turned her into a duck. But, like, Mume over here, she's the guardian of civilization, which I guess is a job, but it's not, like, a real job. Yeah, Sora just kind of seemed to be an exception in that regard. And I mean, I get why it is that way. VTubers were kind of, as far as I know, VTubers were kind of pitched originally as virtual idols. Idol. She has contact lenses. If you notice, her eyes change color between blue and brown. I did notice that, actually. But Sora doesn't have any deep character lore, despite Roboco obviously being a robot girl. Full generations of lore only started with 2. Got it. Got it. Okay. Glad to have clarification on that, because... yeah, it was a question in my mind for the longest time. I think that's something that's more just developed as VTubing has gone on. That you're less defined by, you know, what you do and more what you are as a VTuber. Because for the most part, VTubers kind of do most of the same things. Like, they're pretty much all streamers. Again, myself included. Although, again, I don't consider streaming my main thing. I consider myself a YouTuber primarily, but putting the two back in VTuber. Although a lot of, like, VTubers stream on YouTube, so. Before it was just Mel is a vampire, Hato is high school girl, Fubuki is fox girl. Yeah, well, kind of what I'm referring to is kind of like the Mel is a vampire stuff, like being some creature other than just a human with a particular occupation, I think is a lot more common in VTubing now than it used to be. And of course, I'm a human without an occupation. Oh boy. I guess, am I more like Sora in that way? Where, like, I mean, I'm not really defined by the fact that I'm a YouTuber or streamer. Or am I? I don't know. Do I even know my own lore? Yame is mischievous and cute Oni girl who's student council president of her school. Oh, I didn't know the student council part. That is funny. Also, Tayame, just adorable. Shion is a mage and a brat. Yeah, I caught that much. She has a song that I really like, Shion does. I think it's Mage of Violet. What's the name? I always forget whether it's Mage of Violet or Mage of Lavender, because I always get it mixed up with Ina's song, Violet. But I do really like Mage of Violet / Lavender. Aqua obviously is a maid, which got expanded in her being a maid of the whole show Pirates. That makes sense. That is interesting, though, because Marine came after Aqua, if I'm remembering correctly. I know Aqua was in this game before Marine was, so. Although that, I mean, Ina was in this game before Sora was. That doesn't mean Ina came first. Let's see, hip. Marine was one of the later debuts of Gen 3, yeah. That's kind of what I thought. Also, talking about good music, Marine. Like, I don't think I've heard a Marine song that I don't like yet. So that's fun. beep, beep, beep. Gen 3 was just Rusha and Pecora for like a month before the other three debuted. Oh. Marine's music is God tier. Absolutely, yes. I love her music. I love the cheekiness of I'm your treasure box. It's fantastic. There was another one I heard that I really liked, but I don't remember the name of it. Dead Man's Chest. Oh yeah, that's another really good one. Oh yeah. I remember that one. I think that might be the other one I was thinking of, was Dead Man's Chest. Love. Yeah. Yeah. Good song. Yeah. The excitement is warranted, I will say. Hololive has a lot of really good music. Like a lot of really good music. How did they get so many good musicians? It's actually the sequel to Treasure Box. I did not catch that, actually. No, I did not know that. I'll have to watch them both again to see how they fit together. Nice. D's. Makes sense. It's not strange for an artist to make a sequel to a song they've previously made. I mean, artists in all sorts of music have made like concept albums that are like an entire story of songs. So. Heck, there was a musical I was part of that was... okay, there goes the chain. That was pretty much entirely song. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now we have plenty of salmon. Dead Man's Chest basically confirmed Toby was a major contributor to Treasure Box as well. Ah, nice. I'm going to assume you mean Toby Fox because I have heard that he has worked with Holo before. And damn. I mean, if they're working with him, it makes a lot of sense that they're making good music. Because boy, do I absolutely love the Undertale soundtrack. People theorized Toby was using an alt name for when he was mentioned in Treasure Box. Yeah. I think it was Uzai Inu, right? Which I think translates to annoying dog, which was his persona in Undertale. The annoying dog in Undertale was supposed to represent him. Who are we playing next? We are playing Yopi. Right, she's one of those characters that scales with kind of everything, isn't she? Precisely, yeah. Let me look up Yofi really quick. Let's see. So she has crit chance. And on hit. Love Yopi, she's adorable. She seems pretty neat. Again, another one that I haven't seen much of, but she seems pretty cool. Alright, she gets pretty much every stat from her orbs. Brainwashing. Gain crit. And then percent HP healing. Right. So many head pats. Yeah. It's kind of how I feel about Ina. Pat, pat, pat. There are a few different talents in Holo that I feel that way about. Mostly Ina, but... I wish. Maybe, I mean, they say never meet your heroes, but I hope someday I can meet some of these seemingly amazing people that are in Holo. There are a lot of people that I'd like to meet even outside of Holo. Just to say that I've met them. And, you know, maybe had a conversation with them. But so, I didn't tell you who my favorite duo in Holo was. No, you mentioned who part was. Also, yes, Temmie was a stand-in for Temmie. Temmie Chang. Lovely artist. And VTuber. I think I don't know if she's still VTubing, but she was for a bit, I know that. You mentioned earlier part of your favorite duo. I'm scrolling back, trying to find so I can guess. Cobalt. That's yeah. Kobo and Regis. Yeah. Yeah, they're a pretty good duo. For me personally, I think as far as duos go, I think Auto Fister has to be my favorite, because they play off each other so well. They are so hilarious. I mean, arguably there's some recency bias there, but they're hilarious. Love them. Let's see. Now let's see. Okay, so we can get 30% crit there. 45 with that. 20% there. 65. What is our base crit? Our base crit is 10. So that's 75. We don't need to build any crit items. Okay, aside from maybe crit damage. I think the universe made Altair for Kobo. Yeah, they fit really well together. Kobo's got all that Kusogaki energy, and basically Altair is playing the straight man to Kobo's fool. And I think it works very well. So let's see. 1 crit damage item. And that's all the crit we're building. Except for maybe TR, because we might go on hit. I think we are going on hit. I think that's the idea. Okie doke. Kobo always wanted a big brother to pamper her because she had a big brother who she had to take care of because of high functioning autism. Ah, I didn't know that. That is kind of sad, actually, but also very, very nice then that she found Altair to fill that role. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's what we'll go with. Does mean we have to change things around a little. Well, actually, I don't know about idle costume. I think we are going to go True Infinite BL Works for our super collab. Yeah, probably. Though honestly, we could probably go Holy Fire, but yeah, we'll stick with True Infinite BL Works. Which means that this can probably be replaced by something else. Oh, right, we have percent health scaling, so actually, in that case, we should go Uber Sheep for our super collab. We'll still have Hope Soda, but let's go Uber Sheep. Altair gave her a taste of what having an older brother would actually be like. Yeah, that's cool. That is very sweet, actually. I enjoy that. Yeah, limiter's the capstone here again. Okay. We need this. We can get rid of that. Probably... No, we keep that. We get rid of that. Yeah. And then for dagger, what do we want? I think we want axe for dagger. Yeah. So we'll do that. Okay. Alrighty. Yopi time. In this new fit she has. Well, new to this update anyway. This update has been out for a while, but yeah. What if I just gave her all the stats? Kind of like her skills give her all the stats. Deutsch. It is really cool that she can speak so many languages. I struggle to speak too. And she's like, yeah, I know Indonesian and English and German and Korean and... Am I missing anything? It's already a lot. She once actually cried on stream. Context is she said she didn't want people shipping her with Regis because she wants him as a brother more than a lover. The poor girl has waited all her life and was forced into early caretaker role because of her brother, so Altair represented something she wanted in life and cares about that position, so she cried. Dang. Dang, yeah, that's pretty deep. I can't hate her for wanting that in that circumstance. Definitely not. Very, very touching relationship there. I can appreciate that. Oop, drawing time. Brainwashing is still a ways away, so I'm just gonna do it. Okay, there we go. Whoosh. Alright. Alright. But okay, give me milk, please. While we grab this ID bubble. Yep. JP for crit chance. Let's go. Grab our super collab item. Yeah, with JP, we already have our 80% crit, basically. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Only one stamp is dropped, so we're still going to get more from Tiara. We might be over-critting at some point. Just a really semantic Kobo was playing a game with Altair that had a silly built-in rock, paper, scissors mechanism. Code said if she won, Altair had to come to Indonesia to see her. Curious how that turned out. Alright, well, nobody's on screen, so I'm just gonna paint all around. Take ID. KR. Hey, greed. Love it. Sadly, she kept moving the goalpost for how many wins until she couldn't and accepted defeat. Just automatically disconnected. Aww. That's sad. Probably funny in the moment too, but you know. I don't know. I'd have to see the clip to judge the tone, but... Workable. I have a feeling that Altair will... either has or probably will make his way to Indo at some point to visit her. They seem like they're genuine friends, so... I would not be surprised. I mean, heck, it's definitely not unheard of for talents to travel just to visit each other. I believe recently some of the JP talents went to visit Chiara in Austria, so... Bucket. Good. Oh, those were both EN bubbles, wow. She was silent for 2 minutes. Not happy. She was really sad. Aw. I mean, hopefully, she figured out eventually, you know, or had the same intuition that I have now. That, like, just because she didn't win the game, it doesn't mean that Altair's not gonna still do it. You know. Do. Alright. Give me this. This is definitely something that I want. And also I'm gonna take this off and go size up. Then when Regis could tell she was genuinely sad she lost, he said he'd come see her when he had the time. She got so excited and started actively planning everything. Nice. Because as Thor said, that's what heroes do. Yeah. Of course. Good on Ragu. What? Ragus, as Kobo calls him. I know that much. Doop-doo. Give me the bucket, please. Yeah. Very heartwarming relationship there. Altair just has that big brother gene in him, apparently. I mean, I wouldn't know, really, if I have it on account of the fact that I am the youngest in my family, but, you know. I think I would rather have the big brother gene than the little brother gene. Although, honestly, here's the thing. If you want to hear something funny, so... my brother was a senior when I was in 7th grade. Whenever my parents left the house, they left me in charge. Because they knew that I was the responsible one between the two of us. Same here. I think I might have a big brother gene, though, with all the head pats I want to give out. Perhaps. I feel like wanting to give head pats is a older sibling type of thing. But yeah, my parents trusted me more than my brother, even when we were both minors. So, yeah. If responsibility is a result of the big brother gene, then I guess maybe for me, or, you know, being trustworthy, I guess. Honestly, part of it is my brother gave me a lot of examples of what not to do growing up, so that's it's kind of his fault that I ended up being that way anyway. Correct. Yeah. He's ultimately kind of responsible for that. Anyway, so yeah. And to be fair, he was also not the oldest of the three of us, he was the middle child, so. But my sister didn't really grow up with us. We have a whole half-sibling thing going on. Both my brother and my sister are my half-siblings. And they're half-siblings on different sides. So, my sister grew up with her mom over on the other coast. And my brother and I grew up mostly together, although he did live with his dad for a few years. So, yeah, it's a interesting relationship we have, the three of us. Well, had, I suppose. My brother is no longer with us, but, you know. Still an interesting relationship between me and my sister, because, yeah, we didn't really grow up together, so it's like, yes, we're family, and we're even siblings, but I feel like we don't really know each other that well, even then. It's kind of weird. Heavy thing is also protectiveness. Yeah. May he rest in peace. Thank you. I do genuinely hope that he is in a better place. Even if we didn't always get along. Yeah. I did still care for him like a brother, so. Yeah, as far as protectiveness goes, I don't know if I fit that bill, honestly. I'm gonna say, like, I'm generally more inclined to let people handle their own problems, and then, you know, if they ask for help, I will, but, I don't know, I have this thing where, like, I assume, I know this probably isn't accurate, because this kind of isn't the case with me, but I tend to assume that if people want my help, they'll ask for it. It's almost definitely a faulty assumption, but that is kind of what I operate by, typically. Otherwise, I just kind of try to let them solve their own problems, so that they might... so that they can feel a little bit of pride in having done so, you know? It's maybe not a perfect philosophy, but I can't say that it's not what comes naturally to me, because I don't know. That just is how I be. And I won't claim that I'm perfect, but a lot of things are kind of subjective. I think that's dealing with your friends or family's problem. I think how to do so is one of those things. It's very, very subjective. Yeah. What are we at now for crit chance? 76.5? That's pretty good. I like that. Is what it is. Indeed it is. And it will always be what it is. Well, actually, no. Things do change, so it won't always be what it is. But sometimes it's always what it is. It is what it is, and later it will also be what it is, but it may not always be what it is now. Yeah. That makes sense, right? Corporation pin, please. Yes, thank you. We're speaking Deutsch now. Apparently Germans are very good at picking things up. I have to assume that there was some logic behind which language gives Eophi which stat. But like, I don't want to get too much into it because there's a decent chance that if I did, I would end up getting myself in trouble. Let me just draw this real quick. Going for Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan is stupidly OP. It really is. So you have to love was added at the same update. The first item was ever deleted from the game. I did not remember that. What item was that? Now I'm trying to remember. Because I believe, if I remember right, I have been playing this game since the first version. So theoretically, I would have encountered this item. Almost definitely. But I don't remember what it is. Peaky Paimon. Oh, that's right. Well, so Paimon still exists, but they reworked it to be something else. It used to be that Paimon was when you got hit, it would give you crit chance. But now it gives you health and it gives you attack damage for like 20 health, I think. No, it's per 4 health. Right. Gives you 1% per 4 health at max level. So Paimon is still in there, but the coffee version that you're referring to, the one that actually had the sprite with the coffee in it, that is gone. Not crit chance. Yeah, it's not a crit item anymore. Which makes a lot of sense when they added Korone, because Korone is definitely not a crit character based on her kit. I mean, not like she has any anti-synergy with crit, but like, she's definitely more tank build oriented. Which makes sense. She is liable to be pretty tough, considering she makes a habit of boxing. Kickboxing, I think, but boxing in general. Slowly charged, your super taking damage. Oh, was that it? That might have been it. That might have been that might have been another version of it, because I could have swore there was Paimon used to give crit chance. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Let me just dash through Nanora here. Grab this JP. But yeah, I think I was gonna say I think there are enough crit chance items in the game, but some of the crit chance items aren't super reliable. Particularly Sake and Tiara. But, I mean, if you have full upgrades, then you don't really need a whole lot of extra crit chance in your builds. So. Okay, yeah, we still got a while till brainwashing triggers, so we're just gonna do this. Deutsch. Ow. Actually, that missed. Not sure why that missed, but it missed. Guess I still had invulnerability from the level up. Okay, here we go. But do you know why they deleted Coffee? Coffee was actually first patch. It was before Korone. Well, I know it was before Korone was added. What I was saying is that it makes sense that they changed it when Korone was added, because it was supposed to be a reference to Korone, and in this game, they definitely like to make the references match up with the characters, how the characters actually work. So what I was saying is it makes sense that they changed it either when or before Korone was added. But do you know why they deleted Coffee? I do not know why they deleted Coffee. I'll take the dagger. And Hope Soda. We now have orange crits. And max level on Tiara. Alright, now I gotta wait for a JP bubble to check my crit again. Oh, there's one. 85% crit. Nice. Coffee was actually same all the way until it was deleted. You always charged your super. Huh. I could have swore there was some crit chance on it, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I didn't play... Admittedly, when I first started playing this game, I didn't play it nearly as frequently as I do now, so... There is a chance that I just wasn't paying as much attention to it. And, you know, because I was newer to the game, I was struggling more and hadn't really thought about builds as much. I wasn't thinking about, you know, what characters work best with what items. I was just thinking about, okay, what items can I even get, you know? I did work with Corona because she healed a lot. Run. It's just, well, there were way more items that were more useful for Corona than Coffee was. Yeah. Yeah. Corona does... Oh yeah, she does have increased healing, so... That does make sense. I mean, I hardly ever think about the increased healing, because most of my mind is like on that she gains max HP part of her kit. So, I'm like, I just want to build full tank. Tears? No. Axe? Yes, actually, that is the one we wanted. Alrighty, we'll go with Axe. Give me the yen bubble, thank you. Oh yeah, I guess I could have used this the whole time to upgrade the size stamp, huh? Oh well. By the way, the other thing we're looking for is haste stamp, and I'm actually not sure what else. Oh yeah, attack up. That's what we're doing. I'm trying to remember if I just used attack up to upgrade something else. I don't think I did. Nope, that's an EN bubble. We already had EN. Dang it. Oh, but why Coffee got deleted was because of Sora. Huh. Interesting. She was broken, huh? That's why it was. Because her special is pretty strong. Conditional immortality build because of it. Yeah, that would make sense. Yep. Balance reasons. Who knew? Doo-ba-doo-boo. I mean, they do pay attention to the balance of this game, obviously. If you follow the changes update to update, you know that. Otherwise, they wouldn't have added skill damage to GWS Pill. Which is nice to have. Nobody used it but Sora, and Sora was broken because of it, right? So he just flat out gave up on the coffee and said, no more, this item's gone. Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about Genghis Khan replacing that item, then still good on Sora, but not quite as good as conditional immortality. You know. Get brainwashed, nerd. Yes. Let's ask them a question. Haha. Do you think Suisei asks a lot of questions? Asks a lot of questions? Yeah, whatever. You get what I was going for. Glow stick. We want glow stick and water? Yeah, we want glow stick and water. That's right. Bro, Sora would be even more impossible to kill if coffee was allowed to exist in the same universe as Genghis Khan. Oh yeah, that would be absurd. Just a little bit silly. Yep. ID for damage. Ah. Oh, that was also ID. Whoops. And no, she doesn't ask a lot of questions. She gets a lot of axers. Ah, yeah, that's true. Suisei's great. I know this might be like the noob's impression of Suisei, but like, first take though. Her performance there was absolutely fantastic and amazing and honestly breathtaking. The unfortunate thing is I heard that version of Stellar before I went back and listened to the original. And yeah, I like the first take version a lot more. I feel like in the original version of Stellar, her voice is way too hidden behind the production. I don't like using the word overproduced, but I feel like that might be the case with the original version of Stellar. After having heard the first take version, I think maybe. Nothing if not efficient, indeed. An efficient killer. Also, I think Suisei made a fatal mistake with Ayame being her fellow killer in Project Winter. Oh yeah? I don't think I've seen that one, but that does sound like an interesting duo. Wait. Please get wrecked, sir. Please. I would like you to do that, the getting wrecked thing. Alright, yeah. We're pausing, we're getting rid of those guys. They're dying. Good. They are dead. And now we focus the boss, mini-boss. Deutsch, English. Wait. Okay. I should eliminate either Bomb or Tears. We're eliminating Bomb. Because one of the two we're not picking. For sure. Probably both, actually, because we're not going to get to full build. Almost definitely. Alright. Oh wait, I already had Ian. Dang it. I didn't get anything from that bubble. Oh, here's a KR bubble though. There we go. Okay, time to reroll for Enchanted Water. We found it. Good. Got it. I guess it probably is a good idea with the Yofi to kind of focus directional damage. That way, when brainwashing goes off, it's more likely to hit more people. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold. Wonder if Genghis Khan's gonna get nerfed in the next update. I feel like it might. Reason Suisei made a fatal error. Hold on, gotta paint a little bit, but made a fatal error showing her true colors alongside Ayame is Ayame would go on to be Suisei's worst enemy in Among Us every time she was imposter. Oh. Okay, I see. She got a sense for how Suisei operates and then was able to get the read on her every time. I see. Still have yet to play Amogus. I don't think I ever really had a friend group big enough to really play it. And I don't think I was streaming back when it was a big thing for streamers, so I don't know. I'm not saying it's out of the question for the future, but because I mean I did want to play it back then, but you know, just never really had the opportunity. Genghis Khan was nerfed this update? I don't remember that, but I'll take your word for it. It could be that I just didn't notice. Because it's still so powerful. I would argue potentially the best super collab. Limiter. Yes, more attack size, please. I'm gonna wait a second here. Wait for it. That's what I was waiting for. Do 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 do. And do 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 do. Don't do it. Don't spawn on me. They spawned roughly on me. Not exactly on me though, so that's good. Give me this ID bubble. And give me this EN bubble. And then give me this other ID bubble. I shouldn't have grabbed that other ID bubble. It's fine. Oh, Deutsch. Okay. Because every time Suisei was imposter and Ayame wasn't working alongside her, Ayame always was the one who sussed out Ayame and got her yeeted. Or sussed out Suisei and got her yeeted. Gotcha. Also, my computer is not liking this part of the game. I'm sorry, computer. I know I put you through a lot, but I need you to hold on just a little longer. Because I can't afford a new computer. It's fine. We're gonna take that and upgrade because we're at 19 minutes. So we really haven't gotten a lot of stamps this run, but I don't think it really matters at this point. Where are we at for crit chance right now? 55? We don't have a JP bubble. That would bring us back to 85. Get the healer. Wait for brainwashing. There we go. Okay. Cool. That'll do. Grab the in. Dash to dodge some projectiles. The only time Ayame didn't suss out Suisei killed Ayame early, but Ayame put herself in a position where several people saw Suisei do it. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Yeah, because if I was Suisei in that position, I would be like, okay, I need to take Ayame out. She's getting me every time. But then, you know, Ayame playing safe was also the correct move. Well played by both parties, I suppose. Do 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 do. Ayame was the bane of Suisei's imposter. Sounds like it. Okay, yeah, go ahead. Peko, try it. See what happens. Alright, we'll just take some extra water here. Could not survive with Ayame around. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds rough. Although, you know, I feel like perhaps, given Suisei's persona, I mean, I think that might also throw a little bit more suspicion on her in general, you know? Being that, you know, she's got the whole Suikopath thing going on. People kind of expect her to be the killer, you know? Because she's a Suikopath. Ah. How are you still alive, Pekodam? I feel like I should have enough damage that you should be gone already. Maybe not. Maybe Yopi's not as strong as I thought. Okay. Well, we got it under a minute. And the one round, Ayame and Suisei were imposter, ended on the second round. Damn. Well, awkward. Feed the workers. Boop. Okay, we only need one here. Good. Squid's not very high up on the list either. Oh, of course, then it's shrimp. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, Suisei and Ayame are insanely intelligent killers. I'd believe it. Alright. Where to go from here? You know, I do kind of want to keep streaming, but I'm hungry. So, I think this might be where we call it for today. I also have other things I want to do today, so. Alright, how do we feel meeting right now? It's been a lot of fun. Oh yeah, good times, good times. How do we feel about a raid? Maybe we can find someone else playing HoloCure right now. I know there aren't a lot of people on Twitch that play HoloCure at any given time, but let's see. Oh, and thank you for the follow, champion. I should update my schedule on Twitch. In fact, I'll probably do that right after I end here. But, oh, there is one person playing HoloCure. Oh, you know what? Why don't we join them? I think I might have even heard their name before. Let's see what they are up to. Looks like they're doing a bit of Hollow House right now. So, let's get going. Alright. Tommy is still going. Yeah, we'll go say hi to Tommy. Alrighty. So, as per usual, if you're watching, thanks for watching. And as for this stream, that's a wrap.